All right, guys, let's go over the objection handling. When customers have a reason that they don't want to commit for one way or another, oftentimes it has to do with certainty, whether it's certainty in you or your product or service, or just simply in themselves. So we'll uncover how to handle every single objection that you come across and use it with grace to get them to be right back on track and reframe the conversation to why they even got on the call in the first place, which was to improve their situation where they are now and move forward with a viable situation or solution. Okay, so every time you hear a no, that's not now, and that's not you, that's not anything. That just means you didn't give them an opportunity to say yes just yet. So there's an objection you have to address. So let's go through these. I'm going to start off with something common right here, and this will apply to the coming objections I'm going to cover here in this video. So common objections for the context of this one, I'm going to use timing. Right now, it's just not the right time. My response would be, I hear you. I understand right now might not be the best timing. Assuming timing was perfect, would there be any other reasons that would prevent you from implementing this in your business today? If the answer is no, I go on to say, can I ask you something about timing? I feel like I missed something and you have some open-ended questions that I need to answer, because when we talked about timing earlier, you mentioned you have been struggling with X problem for X number of years and you needed something in place right now. And then I'll be quiet, let them talk, because I want to resurrect that objection, because if I did my discovery on my sales script properly, I would have already uncovered that timing is imperative to move forward now. So I want to handle every single objection in the same way. Assuming money wasn't an issue, is there any other reason that would prevent you from implementing this business in your business today? So I use the word today because it emphasizes right now. You can, if you're more comfortable, you can drop off the word today. I prefer to keep it because I like to close a little quicker. But the whole point is you want to dig, dig, and dig. Address everything, because you've already spent so much time with them. You may as well stick it out with them, because again, you distant, I don't know how to say this word. You're away from the sale because you're emotionally disconnected now. So you're just a consultant giving them a recommendation as if you would give this to a loved one, a best friend, and that's how you want to handle your diagnostics. So let's go on to the next one, objections. How much time do I have to decide? The answer, how much do you need? Or is there something in particular you need to think about that we can discuss right now? Flush it out and keep talking about it. It'll likely lead to other questions. I need time to look over my money situation. I just don't make decisions on the spot. I need to check with my partner, my wife, my husband, etc. So then keep going, because now you're uncovering. Okay, great. When specifically will you be talking to your partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife, etc.? Or when will you be looking over your finances? When will you be sitting down to talk about it? Perfect. So will you have spoken to your spouse, your partner, by 12 o'clock tomorrow? Awesome. I'm going to friend you on Facebook. Just reach out to me there, or I'll reach out to you and get you enrolled by noon tomorrow, and I will hold those savings for you until then. Now, if they can decide within 24 hours the next day, just get a specific time and a date that they need to enroll by to keep the price incentive available for them, and make sure you call them. They're not going to call you most likely. And also my suggestion is you may want to try a blocked number first. And if they answer that, excellent, you've got a conversation going. And if they do not answer it, maybe wait about 5 to 7 minutes and call them from your regular number, and also hit redial twice if they don't answer. Next objection, I have no money. Okay, with a long pause afterwards. Like long pause meaning like 3-4 seconds. We understand that finances can be a challenge, and we always do our best to work with people in this scenario. Let me ask you this. Is this something you really want to do? Because if it's not a good fit, that's okay to say no to. Oh no, I want to do it. So how can we make this happen for you? And let them talk about it, okay? Because sometimes they'll say like, hey, I can make a payment plan. Let them suggest what the payment plan is. Tell me about that. Okay, next one, I can't afford it. Tell me more about that. Or, and of course, let them walk you through another option. Okay, so you shared with me throughout the call that this is exactly what you need to do to move forward. So tell me, how is that you're going to afford to continue without it? And when they answer that question, so how can we make this a reality for you? And then let them talk about a payment plan, because that seems to be one area. Or get creative. They have credit cards. PayPal offers 0% financing. Look for some sort of creative solution that you can put them into if it's a good fit for them. Don't do it if it's not a good fit for them, but do it if it is a good fit for them and they need it and they want it. I don't have the money. Another option to say is that why you came on the call to begin with? Once I make some money, I want to work with you. Then explain. How would that work? Okay, so let me know if I got this right. What you're saying is that you're going to continue to do what you have told me is building your business slowly and isn't paying your bills right now. And you're going to continue to do what's not working long enough to someday build up a surplus of cash to invest in what will work. Is that accurate? So how can we make this work for you? So stay cool, calm, collected on the call. Tone, empathy, all is so important in these sensitive types of objections and questions about money issues and life issues and stuff that you're going to discover and uncover when you ask the right questions and you respond accordingly with the right answers. Next objection. I need some time to think it over. Don't we all get this one a lot? I get that, and I encourage that. We want this to be a great fit for everyone. Can I ask you this? What haven't we discussed that you still need to think about? That's why I take time on these calls. I'm here to help right now so you can make an empowered decision. While you still have me on the phone here, what are questions or concerns do you still have that are unanswered? And then you're going to still have this same 24-hour incentive to allow them to enroll with you. Pick a time in a day. It's obviously the next day. It's a Friday. Try to do it on a Saturday. Make one phone call to make some money and book it. Get it on a time. Pin it down. And all you do is ask them to answer the phone. That's all. It's not a good time. Do you mind if I ask you a question about that? See, we're asking for permission because if they say yes, then they're more receptive. When will be a good time for you to start putting the things you said are most important to you into your life? Or you can say something like this. How will you know when it's a good time to start doing and having the things in your life that you just told me were so important? Both pretty powerful questions. I need to check with a partner or spouse. Yes, I totally understand. That's very important. So let me clarify here. Are you saying you are in and you just need to get sign off from your partner or spouse and then we're moving forward? Or is there something else? If they say yes, that's the answer you want. And if they say no, you uncovered what may really be bothering them. So it's a great question to stack on top of it. So you know what you're objecting. So if they say yes, okay, great. When specifically will you guys be talking? Or when specifically will you guys be able to talk? Perfect. So you'll have spoken to your spouse by noon tomorrow? Awesome. Have to go back into the friended thing. And then you let them know that you'll be calling them to enroll them by noon and you'll hold the savings. And then make sure you do your calls, your follow-ups, etc. Do not forget this. It's so important. And make sure you're taking important notes here. Because on the call, follow-up, you may get more objections and then you'll have all of this stuff at your fingertips with this script in mind. So you're going to see one of these objections possibly take place. A lot of it is going to be like buyer's remorse, money issues, or whatnot. Uncover it all. Ask. Always ask. Okay. So I've been in other programs that are just like this and haven't got the results I wanted. The first one's very bold. There's somebody you don't trust, and it's either me or you. Which do you think it is? And let's discuss that. Chances are it's them, because they just won't implement something. They'll buy a course, they won't watch it, do it, and expect it to be done for them. It's like buying a gym membership and expecting the gym to get you a six-pack when you don't show up. So the next handle, what specific outcomes would you need to see to make this a totally worthwhile investment of the time and resources? What would make this a complete no-brainer for you? And when I give you an answer, saying, great, that's exactly what we'll be addressing for you. Do you have a guarantee? Absolutely. We guarantee that if you keep doing what you're doing, you get the same results. That's our guarantee. Now, with that said, we also guarantee that our system works. But if you're looking for an out before you begin, then we're probably not a good fit for you, because that's not really the energy that will serve you or us. It's all good either way. Let's just be clear that you should either commit to this with the attitude that this is going to work for you fully or completely, or you decide that it's not right for you at this time. If it's not a good fit, that's totally okay. But I can assure you this, people who are looking for a reason for something not to work, they'll usually find it. Okay, so here's the magic questions here. Look, the real decision you're making isn't whether or not to coach with me or anyone else out there. That's really irrelevant. The real decision you have to make is whether or not you're really ready to commit, or whether or not you want to continue. And you're going to fill in the blanks right here about their problems that they've just expressed to you. So having the things they said they wanted in their business or life, and having all the problems that they're facing. So it's important that this is a life decision for them versus a product service decision, because at the end result of what they're looking for, they're not necessarily looking for a Facebook mousetrap. They're looking for the outcome of warm leads that want to talk to them, that are in market at one stage of the buyer cycle or another, whether it's extremely early and they're really just in the total discovery phase. Like we even get, all of us get these people who want to know what Facebook advertising is. They're interested. They don't know if they're going to buy or not. They're curious what the market bears, what it costs, what we do. And then other people are going to be warmer, and other people are going to be scolding hot. So it's important that we make the decision about getting what they want in their life, not about coaching with you or hiring you on the retainer. So they're not making a decision to work with you or coach with you or buy your service. They're making a decision whether they want to stay stuck or if they want to grow and improve. So we have that golden bridge where we kind of opened up the gap. We got problems and income on one side, on the left of where they're stuck, and then we got their future on the other side. And guess what? We provide that golden bridge that gaps the two. So once they come on our bridge, we can bring them from being unstuck to being fulfilled with a plethora of qualified clients, or whatever it is you're offering or selling on at your company. Okay, put this to good use. Practice makes better, and then just keep practicing it until you can't get it wrong. That's really what it all comes down to, is just always be a student. I mean, you can print this, you can read it 100 times. I mean, you can probably finish memorizing this in a week and then naturalize it in another week. So 2 weeks later, you can be an objection handling guru. And you can also have your script pretty much dialed in and just tailor it towards what you offer, and be very clear and concise of what it is you do for yourself and your living. Because sometimes when you're confused, you can probably bet your customers will be too. So just make sure you're very clear of what you offer. All right, guys.